what's up, you guys? This is Morgan from Morgan Lett Insights, and we are here to talk about the amazing Sagittarius Sun. I'm filming this in my office in Atlanta, and I think that it's beautiful that the sun is like really bright and shiny all of a sudden when I decided that I was going to record this video. So if you are a Sagittarius sun sign, welcome. This video is not for the Sagittarius risings or the Sagittarius moons. I'm going to make individual videos for those readings specifically, but you will still learn something about yourself. You'll relate to it, you'll feel familiar with it, because Sagittarius energy is Sagittarius energy. The difference with the planets and the rising / ascendant is that is going to be how the Sagittarius energy is expressed through your personality. But the Sagittarius energy overall is really going to remain the same. So yeah, stay tuned for those videos. If you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. I love you in advance. If you are subscribed to the channel, thank you for holding your girl down. Also, make sure that you are liking, loving, commenting, whatever you feel like doing, but please make sure you're liking the videos and also sharing love if you feel called to do that. There are links to weekly horoscopes, monthly horoscopes, podcasts, additional videos, the website, how to get in contact with me, how to get a reading with me. All of that information is located in the description of the video. So yeah. Sagittarius Sun. So Sagittarius Sun signs are born between the dates of November 22nd and December 21st. Sagittarius Suns are fire signs. They are actually the last and final fire sign of the zodiac. So we have Aries, which is the first, Leo, which is the second, and Sagittarius, which is the third. And so Sagittarius really takes the integration of what fire means. It symbolizes illumination, mental acuity, passion, excitement, this eternal drive, right? This eternal desire to do more, to be more, to experience more, to really express and embody, embrace, experience, all of those E words, the feeling of being alive. And that is everything that Sagittarius is. Sagittarius is naturally a happy person. Sagittarius is traditionally ruled by Jupiter, the planet of fortune. So a lot of people look at Sagittarius lives and they're like, wow, they're always like accompanied by some form of luck or good fortune or synchronicity or opportunity. But what people don't understand is that Sagittarius really does dream and conjure that up into their life, because when they really believe something, they're just like, okay, shoot, I'm going for it. Those are not the individuals that are really going to overly analyze something, that are going to really think about it from every aspect. Sagittarius isn't really going to do that. They are going to be those individuals who really act now, think later, regardless of those consequences, which makes them somewhat tricky when it comes to money and business. They're very successful in it. They have the ability to acquire money really fast, or to build a successful business really fast, or to get famous really fast. But they also have the ability to like blow it even faster and be right back at square one. But they're so optimistic and mutable, which means that they can remain focused on something for an extended period of time if it is very interesting, but in the drop of a hat they can fly off and really do express that cardinal energy of initiating something new. So sometimes you can feel like I was in a serious relationship with a Sagittarius, and my dad is a Sagittarius and my older brother is a Sagittarius, and so I'm very familiar with Sagittarius energy, and what I know is that Sagittarius can sometimes give you whiplash because they're very hot and cold, but they tend to be like always like in the middle. But when they're hot, they're like really, really hot, and when they're cold, they're very, very cold, because they are naturally all about independence. When you think about a sign that is going to really embody the definition of independence, you would like paint the symbol of not Aquarius, of Sagittarius, because of their need to be free. They have this unrestricted desire, this innate destiny to really explore the full realm of their experience. That could be through travel, that could be through education, that could be through craft, that could be through family. Whatever way they choose to really express their life force energy is how Sagittarius is going to allocate their attention. And so it makes them very independent signs who don't like to feel refined. And so in terms of relationships, that can sometimes come across as unattached. That could come off as being a player. Sagittarius are also very nice. They are very friendly. They are very giving people. They're very flashy people. They love nice things. They love nice parties. They're very happy, go lucky. But they also have these deep reserves of being very giving individuals who are some of like the best gift givers like in all the zodiac signs, because they have this natural sense of fairness, of wanting to be good to others, because they see the world as a good place regardless of how negative or detrimental a Sagittarius can be. There's some light within them that keeps them going because they know that there is good in this world, and that they essentially deserve good. And so when it comes to them really asking for things, they aren't really asking for things to manipulate people, but they love to use people to really help other people learn and how to benefit themselves. And so in business, Sagittariuses are great team members. Not only are they going to pull their weight, they might not be on time, they might be a little disorganized, they might be a little disheveled, but they really are going to show up and put the passion and the excitement into their work, which makes Sagittarius great salespeople, great people who are like out in the world interacting with your members or your clients or your customers, whoever. Those are the individuals that you send out into the world to communicate, to socialize. They're like the social butterflies of the zodiac. And so it's important that if you are in a relationship with a Sagittarius, or you are a Sagittarius who is in a relationship or looking to be in a relationship, that you understand that you have this very unemotional attachment to life. And that doesn't mean that you don't love, because you are one of those signs who love very, very deeply. And because you dislike the traditional essence of relationships, and because you dislike them so much, you are very reluctant to commit yourself to one. And it's not because you aren't able to stay loyal to that commitment, but you are very particular about how you want that commitment to feel, how you want that relationship to function. And that might be where the difficulty comes in finding someone who is not only understanding of who you are, but is also willing to embody some of those principles that are very essential to who you are as an individual. So in love, it's important to put forth more effort, to be more engaging with your partner, to show your partner that, hey, listen, I know I'm all the way over here, I'm all the way over there, I'm doing all of these different things, but I care about you. And even though you are a great gift giver, sometimes people want affection, sometimes people want to be touched that are in non-sexual ways. Sometimes Sagittarius can be very sexual, but not very intimate. And that could come across sometimes displeasing to their partner. So they have to practice intimacy. They're really great friends, but sometimes they can be very disgruntled lovers because they're very passionate about their craft. They're very focused about their craft, and they have very high expectations about the type of life and the type of experiences that they want to have. And so if you're going to be in a relationship with a Sagittarius or be in partnership of some kind with them, then you have to be open open to doing things differently. You have to be open to their spontaneity. You have to be open to their impulsiveness. You have to be open to their need to talk to other people. They need friends. They need people around them in their circle to keep them uplifted, especially because they're very sensitive and they come off like very high, happy-go-lucky, like very positive individuals, and they naturally are, but they have very deep dramatic lows. And so it's very pivotal for Sagittariuses to have people around them to really lift them up. When and if a Sagittarius has a child, they will be very youthful parents. They're very giving. They're those individuals who might not always be present with their child, but they make sure that their child has the best of everything, but they aren't necessarily hands-on. And if they are hands-on, then they have a more eccentric, esoteric way of raising their children, but they are very much disciplinarians because they want things to be a certain way, and their freedom is everything. And so they need their children to embody the type of behavior that allows them to remain free in the way that they need to be free. And so sometimes that can create some type of tension in relationships with parents and children, because the child might feel like the parent is more interested in their own world. But in time, they'll learn how to really speak each other's language. Money wise, Sagittarius again are very fortunate, great careers as entertainers, as motivational speakers, as adventure people who do all types of crazy jobs like chasing tornadoes and climb icebergs, like those type of individuals. I'm not quite sure what the title of the job is, but very dangerous, rigorous. Film, acting, entertainment, all of those things that really allow Sagittarius to be flamboyant, to really show the full breadth and diversity and expansiveness of its personality, because Sagittarius has so much range. They can be so many different personalities and still be very authentically themselves and coming back to the central focus of this is who I am. And it takes them a while to really find the sense of, okay, I don't have to be one person. I really am all of these different people, and I can flow in between them and still be myself. And so Sagittarius will eventually find its root, but it's going to come later in life. It's not going to be the sign that finds and settle downs at a young age. Like, they're going to settle down much later in life. So if it comes to family and things like that, they tend to be much later in life. If they get married, sometimes they marry the wrong person the first time around, trying to fill in the shoes of what a traditional marriage is, not really taking into the equation that they see life completely differently. Life is an adventure to a Sagittarius. It's not about an adventure. It is an adventure. What do you mean? It's a journey. So it's important that Sagittarius really respects that need for freedom and exploration, and knows that it's okay if it's a late parent or, late to settle down and get a spouse, but needs to be wise about its money and its purchases, because it tends to be big risk takers and will do things for the thrill and then be stuck in the long term, very short-sighted. And so the great thing about Sagittarius is that it can see a big picture and really kind of will gloss over the details and just go straight to the big picture. But the negative kind of wishy-washy thing about that is that they sometimes completely don't even think about the small details, like, okay, we're gonna drive to Alaska, but okay, we need gas to get there. It's like, okay, we have a car, but there's no gas in the car. Things like that, are really mishaps that Sagittarius can strengthen. And once Sagittarius does strengthen that, it's pretty impossible. So shoot for the stars, archers. I had to say that. So lame. I know. I love you guys. Peace. Bye. Subscribe.